Hi, my name is Connor Steele, and this is my presentation, Feeling Motivated by me, Connor Steele, on April 14th, 2021, Learning Frameworks, NCTC College. Okay, so the learning style that I feel the most comfortable with is motivation. For me, I relate more with motivation as I set goals for myself that I can see not only in class, but also in life. And, and, and motivation is basically considered part of the Gestalt psychology region. And one factor of motivation is attitude. Attitude is something that's very important factor for motivation, as your attitude is something that can be considered whether you're happy or you're mad. It can affect your motivation to do well. There are many dimensions to motivation, but the two I relate to motivation are historical and psychological. So to me, historical refers to history of the times like decades of the 20s or 50s. Historical affects motivation as of the people in the past who succeed despite many failures. Like for instance, Walt Disney, who you can see in the picture. Walt Disney was not always as successful as you may seem. When he first started out, he lost his character Oswald Bunny, but it inspired Mickey Mouse, the character we all know and love. He also did so much as like taking a risk of creating the first animated movie of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which made $8 million. But in the future, he comes close to closing with a debt of $4 million, which would end his career in Disney Studios. But it was saved thanks to a company to his movie Cinderella, which we all know and love. As it says in this quote, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them, which is something we can all learn from him. He never gave up, despite people said no and how many obstacles he's faced in his life. He succeeded no matter what. And look at him today. He might be dead, but still, he created an amazing company and people who become a fan of what he does and love. Okay, so now we move to psychological. Psychological refers to your mind and how you see can be affected both positive and negative. Like you can see in this picture, you see Kronk, who's from Emperor's New Groove. You can see on his shoulder are an angel and a devil on himself, which can also be considered part of psychological because thinking like you have an angel and a devil on your shoulder, telling you to either do something right, but also something wrong as well. For me, a positive is basically how you think of yourself, like the angel is the good, telling you to think of the positives, do right. Just think of it like your conscience. Your conscience is your voice, telling you the right thing to do when there's something wrong. And for a negative example that represents psychological, it's how people get affected by alcohol and drugs, which does affect their attitude and decisions. Alcohol and drugs are definitely something I would never do personally. I don't drink at all, and drugs I'd stay away from, unless they're medications that I need to take because of healthcare personally. In this quote it says, alcoholism and drugs are addiction are diseases. The craving that an alcoholic or addict feels for their substance of choice is it can be as strong as the need for food or water. That's a big deal. If alcohol and drugs can be that influence, that's a psychological problem that a lot of people deal with, and it's not good. So what motivates me to succeed is my dream to be a cake artist for a career, as I just love to bake and decorate sweets, and I had to work hard to get towards that. But there are a lot of people I can't think of to succeed, as they might have dealt with failures or also psychological problems in order to succeed. But I'm sure I can make a cake artist if I'm motivated and work hard. That's what I'm gonna do. So in the end, in life, motivation can be something for us to keep us going forward. It can be good, it may be bad. But as long as you stay motivated, I'm sure you can succeed as long as you work hard and never give up, no matter what trial life gets to you. Well, that's the end. And here are my sources for you to see, just to make sure where all of them come from. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.